Point guards. We all know they got game when it comes to playmaking and dishing out the dimes. But what happens when they get to the rim? And get ready, because we're counting down the best point guard finishers in NBA history. These players aren't just playmakers, they're rim shakers. With their sick layups and jaw-dropping slams, they leave defenders in their wake and light up every court every time they step on it. So get ready to witness the finesse and power of the best when it comes to finishing at the rim. Starting off with some notable mentions, just look how freakishly good Nate Robinson is at the rim for a player of his size. Nate is only 5'9" and he is a straight up savage on the court. Defying all odds with his explosive dunks and sick handles, he made history as the first 3-time dunk champion in the NBA, putting up highlights that'll never be forgotten. Remember that time he dunked over Dwight Howard dressed as Superman in the 2009 dunk contest? Iconic. But it's not just about the dunks for Robinson. He's a straight up bucket getter too. With his quickness and agility, he's been known to blaze past defenders, leaving them in the dust. Remember that time he dribbled through 7'2" Eddie Tavares' legs and scored? Pure fire. Despite his size, he always found a way to get to the rim and put up points. Now we gotta talk about Kevin Johnson too. KJ is a straight up legend and one of the most underrated ballers of all time. This dude was a boss on the court, a relentless and hard-nosed player who dominated the paint and always got to the rim. Despite a relatively short career, KJ's prime was on par with the best of the era. With lightning-quick first steps and the ability to magically navigate past defenders, KJ was impossible to stop when he wanted to get to the rim. KJ's skills weren't limited to just getting to the basket though, he also had a deadly mid-range game, pulling up for silky smooth jumpers with ease. During his 11-year stint with the Suns, KJ made 3 All-Star appearances and was a 4-time All-NBA second-team member, leading the team to their best season ever in 92-93. Before the new wave of athletic point guards started playing above the rim, KJ was the OG. And if you haven't seen his famous dunk on Hakeem Olajuwon, do yourself a favor and go check that out after this video. Kicking off the list at number 7 is Rod Strickland. Strickland left his mark on the game with his flashy style, scoring prowess, and incredible playmaking abilities. Standing at 6'3", Strickland dominated the court with his shifty handles and scoring ability, quickly becoming a fan favorite and a matchup nightmare for opposing teams. Throughout his 17-year career, Strickland played for multiple teams, but his best days were spent in Washington and Portland, where he solidified his reputation as an exciting performer. But despite being a legend in the game, Strickland never got the recognition he deserved. No championships, no All-Star appearances, nada. Still, his impact on the game can still be felt today. Strickland was a powerful player who was straight up explosive in the paint and even once finished second in a dunk contest. He had no fear and was always talking trash, but his skills spoke much louder than his words. Strickland was one of the best point guards of his era with tremendous ball handling skills, passing ability, and finishing ability. He was fearless and unstoppable, taking the ball straight to the rim no matter what. Today, Strickland is known as one of the most underrated point guards of all time and is even the godfather of Kyrie Irving, one of the biggest ballers in the game today. Up next at number 6 is none other than Russell Westbrook. Westbrook is one of the baddest point guards to ever grace a court. This dude is a high-octane machine with off-the-charts athleticism and a drive to win like no other. The never-say-die mentality makes him a nightmare for defenders. When Westbrook sets his sights on the rim, he's going to get there and make you pay. Westbrook's got this ability to attack from anywhere, and you always have to keep your eyes on him because he's going to find a way to get to the basket. And once he's there, he's not afraid to throw his body into the mix and get his team some points. He's got the size, strength, speed, and agility that make him stand out from the rest. He's what you might call a once-in-a-generation athlete, and defenders better beware. Westbrook makes it tough on D, and you can't just throw one guy at him because that'll open up opportunities for his teammates. So you have to be strategic because there's no perfect solution for defending a player like Russ. But despite not always having the highest efficiency numbers, Westbrook's got to get to the rim mindset makes up for it with volume. The more he attacks the basket, the better his chances of getting those high percentage shots and boosting his overall stats are. Trust us, when Westbrook's on the court, you don't want to miss a second of the action. Now at number 6, we got to talk about Baron Davis, the athletic sensation from South Central LA. This dude was a straight up problem on the court, with a unique blend of power and speed that made him actually unguardable. He was drafted with the 3rd pick in the 1999 NBA draft and made a huge impact right away, being named to the All-NBA 3rd team and twice leading the league in steals. Barron was a 2-time All-Star and a straight-up showstopper, with a ridiculous dunk game that was ahead of its time. He had a massive frame and the agility of a smaller guard, making him a mismatch nightmare for defenders. He could effortlessly lay it in with either hand or rise up for a thunderous dunk that would make the crowd go wild. Barron was known for his fearless play, not backing down from anyone, and loving those big moments. He had a sweet jumper, solid handles, and playmaking skills that made him one of the most exciting guards to watch. He was clutch and had a heart of a lion, providing some seriously memorable moments come playoff time, like that sick one-handed baseline throwdown over Andrei Kirilenko, better known as AK-47, all the way back in 2007, and that's still talked about today. Despite some injury issues and playing on subpar teams later in his career, Barron's impact on the game cannot be ignored. He was one of the most athletic point guards ever, and his time with the Hornets and Warriors will forever be remembered as some of the best moments in the league. He was a true point guard bulldog with a heart of a lion, who wasn't afraid to make it to the rim and put on a show for the crowd. Now, let's talk about a player most fans do not remember, Stevie Franchise. Steve Francis was drafted 2nd overall in the 1999 draft and was a sensation from the get-go. He took home co-Rookie of the Year honors with Elton Brand, lit up the court averaging 18 points per game, and almost won the 2000 dunk contest against, only to be denied by legendary Vince Carter performance. He was known for his sick handles, crossover dribble, and oh yeah, those highlight reel dunks. He was a 3-time All-Star with the Houston Rockets and played for the Magic and Knicks before finishing his career with the Beijing Ducks in the Chinese League. For the first few years, Stevie was the real deal. He had the explosive drives to the rim and pulled down more rebounds than most guards. He had a sick 57.3% field goal percentage from within 3 feet. Stevie's game was a mix of Iverson's finesse and Westbrook's raw athleticism. His go-to move was a left-to-right hand crossover with a hesitation dribble that left defenders puzzled. And he was the best in-game dunker for a point guard with a 44-inch vertical and was finishing with finesse, jumping into the chest of bigs and using his elevation for acrobatic layups that still leave fans in awe. With an insane first step, second only to Iverson, and a shimmy pull-up, Stevie was unstoppable when getting to the paint. I can't forget a time he lit up Kobe for 44. Despite taking a lot of hard fouls, he was strong enough to take them, then hit his free throws with an impressive 80% free throw percentage. Eventually, defenses had to let him settle for his mid-range pull-up, but he was always aggressive when attacking the rim. Stevie's got great handles, was a one-on-one baller, and a constant and-one machine. He was truly a legendary dunk master. As crazy as Stevie Franchise was, this next guard took it to a whole nother level. We've got pre-injury Derrick Rose. D-Rose. He was a freak. He was blessed with lightning-quick speed and unbelievable athleticism, which made him the most awe-inspiring rim finisher in NBA history. At just 22 years old, Rose won the MVP award, and it's not surprising, given his love for attacking the rim. In fact, 82.9% of his field goal attempts came from within the paint, and he finished with an impressive 57.9% shooting percentage for within 3 feet of the basket. Rose's first step was so explosive that he could break down defenses just by faking it. He had an unmatched ability to drive through traffic, pull up the ball, and change direction mid-air as he was flying at sonic boom speed. He was what LeBron James is to power and athleticism, while Rose embodied speed and athleticism. He had the athleticism of players like Stevie Franchise and Russell Westbrook, and was great at finishing the rim with acrobatic layups. He also had the quickness of a prime Tony Parker, and when Rose was at his best, he was physically explosive and mentally fearless. He relentlessly attacked the rim with speed and ferocity that most defenders just couldn't match. He would contort his body, finishing over, around, or through contact from much larger players. And this relentless drive and fearlessness made Rose a fan favorite and cemented his place as one of the greatest players in NBA history. Coming in at number 2 is one of the greatest ballers to ever step on the court, The answer, Allen Iverson. Standing at just 6 feet, or maybe even a little less, this dude was a scoring machine who shattered all expectations and proved the haters wrong. With an impressive 83% of his shots coming from 2-point attempts and only 17% from downtown, it's clear AI lived to attack the rim. But don't let his size fool you. This guy was a dominant force in the paint, converting a sick 57.3% of his shots within 3 feet of the basket. His unique style of play, including his deadly floaters, reverse layups, and acrobatic finishes, made him a scoring wizard on the court. And let's not forget about his athleticism, quickness, and body control that allowed him to finish in traffic and soar above the rim. Iverson was a defender's worst nightmare, using his quickness and agility to get to the rim and finish over any opponent, no matter how towering they were. His one-of-a-kind finishes and scoring prowess earned him a spot in the Hall of Fame and solidified his status as one of the all-time greats. Standing head and shoulders above the rest at number 1 is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is a certified bucket-getting machine. This guy's a wizard with the ball, swerving through defenders like it's nothing. With the sickest handles and a finishing ability that'll leave you in awe, he's killing it in the paint. And don't even get us started on that 61.5% field goal percentage from 3 feet out. Crazy. The way he weaves in and out of traffic, navigating his way to the rim, is straight wizardry. Kyrie's got the kind of moves that'll make you do a double take. He'll toy with defenders, teasing them with his ball handling before finding his way straight to the hoop. And that finesse, straight fire. He uses the backboard like a pro, adding spin to the ball that guides it right where he needs it to go. It's a level of finesse that isn't often seen, but Kyrie makes it look routine. Kyrie's also got a knack for scoring while taking contact. He extends just enough to lure the defender in, then spins it off the glass with ease. It's a game changer, and it's what sets him apart from the rest. Kyrie's got the sickest crossover in the game, and he's always got a trick or two up his sleeve. Whether it's a fake, a jab, or one of his many variations of the crossover, he's got defenders looking like fools. Shot for shot, he may just end up being the best point guard finisher at the rim we've ever seen. And that's it, folks. These are the best point guard finishers in NBA history. But let us know if there's any more we missed. Just put it down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing NBA content. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.